Um, so, um, so idea is we have a account class, and it has, it has a balance property. And what we can do is we can deposit and we can withdraw amount from this account class. And the other thing we can do is we can access the get balance, or we can get the what is the balance available right now. These are the two things we can have with this account. So what we're going to do is we're going to create a two threads, and simultaneously we're going to call these two methods, which is deposit and the withdraw. So let's see how we can do that. So here is our main class, and over here we have created a runnable interface where we are doing a infinite loop. We could do it with for loop as well, but let's do it infinite loop. And the initial balance is 1000, and what we're going to do is we are going to deposit and withdraw at the same time, and in a loop. And we're going to use this runnable inside two threads, for example T1 and T2, and they're going to call this. They're going to run this portion of code over and over and over and over. It's a continuous process. It's going to run over and over. And over here we have created a timer task, which is basically print the get balance every second. So let's run this and see what output it provides. So as you can see, it's definitely a wrong output. I mean, the idea is we are basically depositing 100 taka and then withdrawing the 100 taka, so the balance should be the same, right? Which is 1000. But we are seeing over here it's different. Let's run it again. This time the number is whole together. I mean, it's completely different. And if I keep running this on this, several times, it will always get a different number, and it's never going to be consistent. The reason is we have a race condition over here, right? So I'm not going to explain this race condition over here. The idea is how we're going to remove this, fix this problem. So what I'm going to do is over here I'm going to do a magic. It's a magic method. I'm going to explain this magic method in a moment, but let's see if it does fix this problem or not. So yeah, now the amount is 110, which is good in a way. Let's say we have deposited and then withdraw and then deposit, and that time we are actually printing this, printing this get balance. So let's see if we run it again, and it happens that it could be like the time we are printing the account get deposited and the withdraw, and then it's withdrawn, but then again it's not deposited again. So that's two difference. If I run it again, we'll see. This time we were getting a consistent result, right? So the value will be kind of 100 and 1100 or 900 or 112 or 1000 always. So how this magic method actually fix this problem? So let's reveal this do magic method. What it does basically, it does nothing. It just sleeps for 500 milliseconds. So how does this is going to solve our problem? The idea is, let's say this one actually didn't start, right? And then we have the T1, the thread T1 is running for a several time. After running this method for a several time, what it see in this code is that what it's doing is it's just depositing, and then it's withdrawing the same amount, right? So there is a thing called inlining. So what it would do is once after a certain time, Java will figure out that it does actually nothing. It just deposit and then withdraw. So withdraw is basically, you see, it's a deposit minus amount. So we can inline this method like this. For example, I mean, it's a deposit we can inline this with like this. We don't need another method, right? So yeah, it's just amount deposit minus 100. And now what we can do is Java can do like this after a certain time, -1. So it does the same thing, right? And then basically 100 minus 100 is equal to 0. So the amount would be 0, and it doesn't add anything. So Java will remove this class altogether. So that's how inlining works. So in this do magic while we're sleeping, there were no interaction with other threads. So T1 thread is running for a while, and Java is seeing that this method does nothing, just do plus minus, and then the end result is same. So it just remove altogether, and then T2 start. So now once it's removed, the code from the picture, T1 just doing the while loop, and T2 is just doing the another while loop, and whatever the remaining value is over here is going to print this timer task, right? So let's say the value was 900, so it's going to print all 900 all the time. Let's say it was 100 and 1100, it's going to print the 100 and 1100 all the time. So that's the tricks, basically. That's what I wanted to demonstrate. This is not definitely the fix, it's just an interesting idea to share with you.